Hello, my name is Caleb.
And I'm Lily.
I'm David.
I'm Stephanie.
And we are medical students, and we're here to answer your questions today.
Are you able to have a social life outside of school?
Honestly, you would not survive medical school unless you were able to do that.
I think there's plenty of time to have a social life outside of school.
Studying together is one thing, but just hanging out and like decompressing together is so important.
And it's a really good way to avoid burnout and stay sane.
Yeah, it's so important.
Do you still check WEBMD when you don't feel well?
No.
No.
No. We are super against WebMD.
There's this website called Up to Date, basically like Wikipedia for doctors. So now instead of going to WebMD, I'm just like Up to Date, and you just throw in the like medical jargon, and it gives you the whole thing.
I will check WebMD, and then I'll compare it, and I'll be like, okay, do these look consistent? Do they look inconsistent? Stuff like that, you know.
Do you rely on coffee to keep you going?
Yeah, 100%, yes.
Yeah.
Every single day. There's a schedule too. It's like for 3 months coffee and then 2-week break so that it works again.
I drink probably like 1 cup a day.
Have you ever successfully diagnosed yourself with something? No, but I have successfully misdiagnosed myself with a bunch of things.
Not yet, unless like anxiety counts.
I like threw out my back when I was lifting.
How did you know you wanted to be a doctor / go into the health field?
That's a hard one.
This is a med school interview right here.
I know, right?
My dad's a scientist and my mom's an engineer, and I was really bad at computers as a kid. So I was like, maybe I'll go be a scientist. And then I got really interested in outside of science, medicine is a very science-heavy field, and as I explored that in college, kind of found my way there.
To me, what I like about it is it's like a puzzle. You have a patient come in and you have this like very limited amount of information, and it's your job to kind of pull out what you need to. So I've always been really interested in that.
I think for me, I was sick a lot as a kid, and I really wanted to be someone that can help someone else in that situation.
I wasn't really sure until probably high school, and I was in like at this magnet school, we had a health science program. During our 3rd year, we would go to the hospital and like shadow doctors and things like that, and I thought it was really cool.
What was your least favorite part of medical school?
Step 1.
Step one, also that.
Step 1 is the first in a series of exams that we get to take that lead to like our licensure as doctors. It's the basic science one where they ask you all these questions about how disease processes work and things like that. And the beauty of it is they can ask you anything, and so you study everything. Just
memorizing random stuff that feels super irrelevant. What is actually super gratifying is then going into the hospital and shadowing or doing rotations or whatever. That kind of like puts it back into perspective.
Craziest / grossest cadaver story.
We have half of a head and it's plastinated, but you can see every part of it, like the nose hairs, the eyelashes, every single part of this face. And my professor will just hold it up to his face just to show you where it's supposed to be.
Gosh.
So it just grosses me out whenever he like grabs it with his bare hands and just like, this is a fake.
There's one day where they had us do a fresh tissue, a fresh body like procedure, not a procedure, but just studying a fresh body. And so there was no like preserving fluid or anything, and a lot of the smells were the bona fide smells associated with. And they warned us, they even gave us like Vaseline to put on our upper lip so that we could block out the smell and everything. The short of it is we had a guy faint.
What kind of doctor do you want to be and why?
I want to be a cancer doctor. So I'm extremely interested in helping patients with cancer, just because I've had a lot of cancer death in my family.
If I had to choose right now, probably a psychiatrist.
Oh really? That's interesting.
I feel like I'm more open. Like I think that a lot of people go into med school thinking that they know what kind of doctor they want to be, but there's also a lot of people who go in like thinking they know it and then later on change their mind. So I'm pretty open to like different kind of fields.
I think I want to go into internal medicine, which is basically just adult people doctor.
Does it get annoying when your friends or family ask for medical advice? Nobody really asks me for medical advice.
Yes, because I don't know a lot of things, so I end up Googling a ton of things.
It's funny because whenever people ask me, no matter how private or gross it might be, it's like all the boundaries of friendship are gone when people ask me about medical problems.
What is something you wish you knew before you started med school?
I kind of wish I knew how much time I was going to spend studying. I guess I didn't think too much about that.
Find the balance early, otherwise it's gonna get too crazy too fast.
What's the hardest part of med school?
I think staying motivated.
Yeah. That's true.
Staying on track with the study schedule, finding a plan and a routine that works for you and like sticking to it.
Step 1, yes, step 1.
Step 1. Is it true that a lot of med students experiment with drugs? Caffeine all the time.
Caffeine, yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say experiment. Have you ever tried to diagnose friends or family?
Yeah.
Yes. What is something you've learned in med school that you weren't expecting to?
I think it's the doctoring class that we were talking about. Like, I didn't know that you had to learn how to talk like a doctor.
We started doing clinical skills practice and like learning how to talk to patients and how take histories really early on, like in our first 2 weeks of medical school. So that was, I wasn't expecting that, but I'm super grateful.
What keeps you motivated when school gets really hard?
I talk to my mom every day. She really grounds me. I'm super close to my mom.
I think being in the hospital and seeing patients kind of helps balance that for me. Because it's so easy to get demotivated when you're like, I have all of this crap to learn, I don't care anymore, I'm tired, I just want to go to sleep. But then remembering like, oh wait, the thing that I learn right now will help me take care of a patient better and faster.
I just think about how like there's a light at the end of the tunnel. It might be like a lot of pressure right now, but ultimately, you know, you'll get through it, and at the end of the day, there'll be like a brighter day.
Probably just looking forward to the goal.
Do you practice a lot of techniques and learnings on each other? Like taking blood? Oh yeah.
I thought I was gonna fail out of med school because in the first like 2 months of medical school, the first thing you need to do is draw each other's blood. And I'm so scared of needles. I know. I'm trying to be a doctor, but I'm scared of needles.
I think there's a lot of good stories from that one.
Gosh.
I was doing it with my friend, and she did it on me first, and I've got huge veins, so it's like, it's pretty easy. You just stick it in there, it's fine. And then it was my turn to do it on her, and I missed the vein, and I was like, oh my God.
I feel like a lot of times in medical school, you feel like, I don't even know how I got chosen to be here. I feel like they gave the wrong person the acceptance letter or something like that. You have this like, what is it, like imposter
syndrome.
Oh
Yeah,
my
they
God.
even sit you down and they're like, you're gonna have imposter syndrome, but it's gonna be okay.
Yeah, but everyone has it. Everyone feels this, and all I can say is, if you got into medical school, like you can do it. Like they already know that you can do it.